What is going on, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Equinox Cars. And today, you guys have probably noticed we are not in the truck anymore. We are super excited to bring you guys the new car to the channel. And this is my actual first actual sports car, my first somewhat decently fast car. You guys will know what I mean in just a minute when I reveal the car. Some of you probably already know what it is by looking at the seats. And that means you just love cars, and I love you guys that love cars because I love cars. But anyway, you guys, without further ado, the big reveal. I took delivery of this yesterday. It is my brand new, not so brand new, but 2019 Dodge Charger SXT. Now, you guys are probably thinking, well, you're a car guy, why didn't you get the RT? Well, I needed a daily commuter, but I also wanted a sports car. And the Dodge Charger, in my opinion, is a four-door sports car. No way around it. That's just what it is to me. It may not be a big muscle car like the V8s are, but it gets good gas mileage. And honestly, it has around 300 horsepower, and that's fast enough. And plus, the simple bolt-on modifications that I'm probably going to do to this car will probably make it go a little bit faster. And, you know, most likely add probably around 50 to 100 horsepower, depending on what I do to it. So taking a look around in here, it is absolutely gorgeous. I am completely in love with it. Black on black Dodge Charger. But soon you guys will have to see the color on the outside, which I'm super excited to reveal. But the steering wheel is absolutely beautiful. The gauge cluster is awesome. You can go select your different modes to see your temperature gauges and things like that, and your battery voltage, and just everything about it is super nice. You know, I usually keep it on the miles per hour gauge just to see how fast I'm going. It only has 60,000 miles on it, so we're gonna keep this baby for a long time. I love the shifter in this car. It's so just sleek and nice looking. Cup holders, it just feels sporty and, you know, kind of like a muscle car, even though it's really not. I love that I can look over and it says Dodge Charger on there. And yeah, I just love this thing. Now, before I show you guys the color of this car on the outside, I want to give you guys a little bit of a backstory on how I got this car. Okay, so basically, I recently moved into a new apartment. And this new apartment is about an hour away from where I work at, which is no big deal, but I had a truck beforehand, as most of you guys know. So the truck would be like $25 to $30 a day almost I would be spending on gas. It was absolutely ridiculous. And so I was already thinking about trading it in. So I was looking around at a lot of different places, and they were having a hard time working with me just because I'm not going to lie, I owed quite a bit of money still on the truck. So basically, one day I was coming home from work in the truck, and one of my turbos blew out. And I took it back home, and I parked it, and I did not drive it. Like, I drove it a little bit around town to the grocery store, but I did not take it back on the highway. So unfortunately, I had to borrow cars from friends and family, you know, that were helping me out for a few weeks until I found what car I really wanted and what car I was comfortable with. So I was working with the dealership. We really couldn't come up with an agreement for a while. But then I went to another dealership that had way better reviews, by the way. But besides the point, I went in there and they automatically were more helpful. They wanted to work with me, and we started looking around. There was a few options. There was an RX-8, and you guys know how much I love rotary engines, but it's just not practical to take back and forth an hour every single day, 5 days a week. So we looked at other options. Honda Civic, Honda Accord, they're okay. They're not as sporty as I'd like them to be. They're just commuters at the end of the day. So we looked at the Subaru option. They had some pretty nice Subarus out there, some pretty newer ones, you know, 2016 and up, that would, you know, may have fit my budget. But yeah, we kept walking around. He could tell, the guy that I work with could tell that I wasn't so sure about the cars that he showed me so far. And then finally he pulls up in this Dodge Charger, and I immediately fell in love with it before I even got inside it. It looked brand new pretty much, and yeah, it's a true sports car, and that's what I've always wanted. I've always wanted a sports car, and now here's me in my Dodge Charger. Now it's time for the big reveal, the color of the Charger. All right, you guys, that was just like a little walk around of the car. But yeah, it's super beautiful, and I'm extremely excited to have a 4-door, muscly sports car, whatever you want to call it. And it is just beautiful and awesome. And I will be building it a little bit. Nothing too crazy, like I said. Maybe some bolt-ons and a tune. No, I didn't opt for a warranty because this was a little bit out of budget for what I had, but that's fine with me. That just means I can tune it and I can just run it. So I'm super excited to be bringing you guys like maybe a mini build series or something like that. And we'll definitely be going to more car events, and I can show off other people's Chargers, Challengers, and I can show off, you know, JDM and like all the normal stuff like I normally do, you know. Actually, when I was at that dealership, there was one car that I was specifically looking at because it was way under budget and it was pretty nice, and it was actually a V6 Camaro. But I feel like this is going to be definitely a better daily driver for me. They actually get pretty decent gas mileage too for anybody that's interested in the V6 Chargers. They're super nice. Oh yeah, and I forgot, I got a freaking sunroof. This thing is awesome. But yeah, I'll be looking for videos coming out shortly. You know, I'll take you guys along with me for everything. You know, I'll probably throw an exhaust on it, throw headers and intake, and maybe throw it on a 91 tune, and we'll see how she does. That should probably give me around, you know, maybe 60 to 100 and something more horsepower. So I'm super excited for that. You know, maybe we can get this thing 0 to 60 times down a little bit. All right, you guys, but enough rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Equinox Cars and the new Dodge Charger. Peace.